This story starts with objects in a museum collection. A black and white photograph of a dog. A skull. A collar. On display in a vitrine in a room. A harpsichord with lush landscape images. An elephant. A giraffe. A tiger. Big head, mouth wide open. This is one of 39 tigers, shot by King George V in 1911. 39. On a hunting party. Now all these tigers are exhibited in museums around Britain. The skull of a dog. Its name, Czigane. One of the Siberian sledge dogs that took part in the British Antarctic Expedition to the South Pole. The Terra Nova Expedition. Terra Nova. New land. White. Icy new land. No mention of Czigane in the logbooks in the archives of the National Meteorological Library and Archive. Or, yes, one mention. On October 1911, the captain of the mission wrote, "Another of the best of the dogs, Czigane, was smitten with the unaccountable sickness. If he really has the disease, the end will be swift." Scott himself never returned from this mission, but Czigane did. Each of the 33 dogs on the mission was officially named by a British school. They were given nicknames too. Czigane was nicknamed the Old Man. New Land. Terra Nova. Czigane died of old age. His portrait, his skull, his skin, and later his collar were donated to the museum.
Chief executives. But this is a map and it overlays Europe, so kind of land people would know, with underneath of it the route of the actual journey to the pole. And it's been done basically so that people can get a sense of scale of just how far they actually had to go, because you look at that and because of the scale it doesn't look all that far, and it's only when you overlay this that you realise they were walking from somewhere beyond London through the entire length of France, basically down to Menorca.
So there's that. The file itself tells us very little. Let's go down to where we do have the sledge.
It was probably considered to be a sledge, therefore ethnography. It can
ethnographic,
no,
though. That's the
but
thing. It's expedition
yeah.
equipment. But this is a European-made Western sledge. Yeah. It is. It's on the database of social history.
For the exhibition that he did, how many years ago?
I don't think he knows anything about it.
So that might be interested in munching on bits, but it tends to be a lot of it is like wear and tear, isn't it?
That looks like a pea. Oh. Looks like a ship.
Okay. Do you need light on that? Do you need any more light?
Oh, what do you make of that?
Why would a museum keep a skull under collar and display it too? Why does one mount a flag in a cathedral? Where is the skin? The race to the South Pole was high on the agenda of the British.
There is logic to the cereal packet, honestly. So Simpson was nicknamed Sonny Jim because apparently he bore an uncanny resemblance to the Sonny Jim who was the, well, character of Force cereal.
To make detailed records of the extreme weather and climate. They built weather stations, balloon experiments to test the atmosphere. The lowest temperature recorded is minus 60.8 Celsius. The wind gusted to hurricane force.
Priestley has re-quoted Dante's Inferno. I think it's bellowing there groaned a noise as if a sea in tempest torn by warring winds, the stormy blast of hell. With restless fury drives the spirits on, with restless fury drives the meteorologist on. Whirled round and darkened amain, saw annoy. Dante's Inferno, chapter 5, line 30.
The observations needed to be timed precisely, with the regularity of clock time, throughout the winter months. But what if the sun is not there? They built an alarm clock, a candle marking out hours, a piece of thread, a bamboo cane linked to a gramophone. The candle burns down to the thread, snaps it. Releasing a piece of bent cane. Pulling off the gramophone, the needle drops. Caruso echoes all over the new land. Take the next measurement to understand how any changes in these data severely impacts the climate of the planet as a whole. But this is not the whole story. Scientific investigation may be one motivation, but at the heart of the Antarctic expedition is the idea of the myth of the British Empire. Blindness with eyes wide open. Alienated whitening out. Artists and writers elevated the Arctic explorations to a national and nationalist obsession. They brought the icy landscape to life through fictional works, using the writings and drawings of the explorers. The terror, the solitude, the obscurity, the confusion of great undefined spaces, of uncontrollable and menacing power, the sublime engraved in the human mind, attitude of thought. But this is not the whole story. The slow stream of trauma, dramatic disappearances and deaths kept the tragedies fresh in the minds of the British public. Dramatic images of the powerlessness in the face of the vast, inhospitable Arctic landscape. Greatness infused with terror. Heroism of the Empire. The gap between thinking and being in the world is wide. The photographer of Terra Nova knew that what you think you see is not always what you see. he carefully staged the image of the mission. A stage that evoked the whiteness and mythic desolation of the alien landscape to the public, showcasing martyrdom that stands for the ideals of the Empire. A demonstration of an overwhelming illusion, a constructed promotion brought to the homes and hearts of British people. New land, places made and remade, placing the flag. To give meaning and ownership to a landscape that disappears in abstraction. Saying, this is here and this is ours. We were here first. Once afflicted by powerlessness and inability to grasp the totality of observation, man now becomes conscious of his and her destination by his and hers own doing. Also, this is not the whole story.
We've entered this land. Evidence suggests people have been here before us. Because we have now walked this land, should we leave our mark here to prove we were here? Yeah. Or should we not? Now, the thing that's unusual about this island is that we've never been somewhere like this. And we've ended up here at this tempting, treasured, exciting, confusing, majestic place, yet beautiful, that we were here. Do we put a flag down, as Simon said? What is good about saying we've been here? What is positive about it? What is the risk then of us leaving our mark? Do you think when you've discovered something, it's vital to tell the world about it? Or do you think it's precious to keep some things and hold them close as a private adventure when we're such a strong team? What do you think? Can I just have a vote then? Who thinks we should leave our mark because they're proud that we've been here and it's to be celebrated? Interesting. Who thinks we should act as our name suggests, the Sapphire Sea Crypt, and it's like we've never been here at all?
But the lesson of Frankenstein, as a glimpse into our future, is that power must be tempered with responsibility. Unable to cope with thinking the unthinkable, time is ticking. Frail, in fragile times, to picture. This is where the story is heading. In picturing something, the capacity to visualize gets activated. That moment of mentally having a picture, one cannot only name it, one also has the power to rename it, change it, rethink it. Children, open to new ideas and new challenges. Why does the shape of the human brain look like Antarctica? A map is worth a second glance. Central to how we imagine and practice space. Space is always in the process of being made and remade, always the possibility of openness and alternative configurations. What is fixed by ice, water and rock is capable of being imagined otherwise. Ice, so critical in shaping the history of the planet, is now fragile and vulnerable. They say they left no footprints, returned it to an untouched state, as if nothing happened. But we need new stories, of a diminished confidence in the stability of objects, Antarctic expeditions were thought of as heroic and glorious, but they were disastrous. Under modernity, the planet suffers. News stories cannot be without a rigorous analysis of myths. The landmarks on the map of Antarctica are named by or after the pioneers. They named everything, as they discovered, as they wished. Nowhere, nothing on the icy continent is named after any animal that played such a crucial role in each and every expedition. However, the sky provides that space. In aviation, navigation is marked by waypoints, a highway in the sky. Now, 11 waypoints, named after the unsung heroes of Antarctic exploration, their presence on the ice, in the sky. The name Czigane does not appear.
Here we sail along the moonlit ocean.
Through the freezing snow and hail aboard the good ship Tiger.
Through the freezing snow and hail aboard the good ship Tiger. What do you do with the ra?
Basically, there's a raft.
Ra. Here we sail along the moonlit ocean through the freezing snow and hail aboard the good ship Tiger. Here we sail along the moonlit ocean through the freezing snow and hail aboard the good ship Tiger. Here we sail along the moonlit ocean through the freezing snow and hail aboard the good ship Tiger. Here we sail along the moonlit ocean through the freezing snow and hail aboard the good ship Tiger.
Can you get faster every time?
Here we sail along the moonlit ocean through the freezing snow and hail aboard the good ship Tiger. Here we sail along the moonlit ocean through the freezing snow and hail aboard the good ship Tiger.
Here we sail.
The author has given us a thumbs up. Is that alright?
Who's the author?
Me. Steffi wrote it. We're on our way to find the treasure. We're on our way to find the treasure.
On our way to find the, I thought was the treasure, maybe we could like go like that, like it's
We're on our way to find the treasure. We're on our way to find the treasure on a sandy, stony island.
on a sandy and stony island.
On a sandy, stony island.
Yeah.
Rum and gold will be our pleasure.
Rum like that
Rum
and gold.
and gold will be our
Pleasure.
pleasure, heart.
Yeah, pleasure.
Rum and gold will be our pleasure aboard the good ship Tiger. So, we're on our way to find the treasure on a stony, sandy island. Rum and gold will be our pleasure aboard the good ship Tiger. We'll just do 2 verses. So, here we sail along the moonlit ocean through the freezing snow and hail aboard the good ship Tiger. We're on our way to find the treasure on a sandy, stony island. Rum and gold will be our pleasure aboard the